already, 2 more to come.
Well, it certainly has been a day for girls state basketball, and I'm excited to see what 3A is going to do. 2
undefeated teams between both classes and 3A and 4A trying to close out that season. We'll see if the first one can do so as Lincoln takes on Glenwood here in the 3A championship. To take you through all the first half action and all of the plays that are going to happen over at CEFCU Arena, we'll send it out there to Jim Blaney and Mark Liddell.
Darius Lene, thank you very much. And one of those aforementioned undefeated teams trying to finish off an undefeated season and claim a 3A basketball championship. Jim Blaney along with Mark Lindo. Lincoln against Glenwood. When you talk about Lincoln, there's only one player to talk about, and that is maybe the best player in the state, Chloe Froby.
What a special treat we have in front of us tonight with Chloe Froby. She is a big-time player, consensus all-stater, and superstar. She'll be the focal point of the Glenwood defense tonight, and honestly, the eyes of the entire basketball fandom will focus on her as well. She scored at 27 yesterday, which was actually below her average of 29. Now with 3,226 career tallies, she's not just a point producer, but handles it, boards it, and distributes it. She is on a championship mission. You see Chloe Froby there, number 5 all time and counting. And for Glenwood, let's look at McKenna Yeager. She's a Swiss Army knife in her own right. Great leadership ability. She's their captain. She's come up huge in this tournament run. In the semifinals, she had a nice line of 8.6 boards and delivered 9 assists, playing all 32 minutes. She just makes everyone around her better. Yeager is the glue for Glenwood.
Glenwood has never been this far in the girls' state basketball tournament, so if they win today, it's the first state championship trophy in girls' basketball to their cabinet. Lincoln got to this point last year, came up short. 3A girls' championship coming up next.
The IHSA Basketball State Finals are brought to you in part by LiUNA, Careers in Construction, Feel the Power. For more information, visit liunacareers.org.
Coughing and throat feeling sore? We've got medication to get you out the door. Earache, pink eye, bug bite, or rash? Our wonderful staff will treat you in a flash.
What about sprains, strains, and minor fractures too?
Don't worry, our x-rays reveal what's hidden from view. Need care after 9, 10, or 11? Our virtual care's got you 24/7. OSF on-call urgent care, in person or virtual, we're always there.
You could just see the fire and you could smell it. That was a big reality, like it's probably going to take our home. We called Country Financial. They were just so amazing.
My mindset is, what if it was my home that was gone? What would I do? What would I need?
Country Financial showed up for us every second of the way.
Whether you're looking for a commercial concrete contractor, exploring a future career, or interested in learning from past projects, the Cement Masons LMCC has the resources you need to connect you with the best in the union concrete industry. We maintain a vetted network of union concrete contractors to get your job done right. You can learn more at concreteil.com.
Would you look at that? I'm in the classroom again. But this time, I can apply these skills to make some money. Lots of money.
We are nearing tip-off in the 3A state title game between Lincoln and Glenwood. What is a rematch of the regular season, which Lincoln won 54-20. Chloe Froby got to her team to this point last year, trying to close the deal this time around.
Well, she's one of the best players in the state for a reason. She's been playing well all weekend, and now she has one final shot to this game.
Yeah, as Mark mentioned, 27 points for her in the semifinals. Glenwood looks to be the first team to try to stop her. No one has really done that all season, as they are 37-0 in this contest. Tip-off coming up in just a few moments from down at CEFCU Arena, as Lincoln looking to close out a regular season undefeated and win a state title. To take you through all the action, once again, here is Jim Blaney and Mark Linden.
Thank you so much, Darius. The two teams come together at midcourt, exchange greetings before we go to this 3A championship game. Lincoln High School on the left, Glenwood on the right. Welcome back to the Class 3A state championship game. Let's toss it over now to public address announcer Jeff Fritzen.
And now, fans, we direct your attention to the video board to see highlights. Fans, we direct your attention to the video board to see highlights of Lincoln's road to the state championship game.
Into the corner, Stolzenberg for a three, knocks it in.
Stolzenberg, 36 for the year. She's a shooter.
Frobe will drive to the basket. Three-pointer on the way, Jenna Bowman. Jenna Bowman with consecutive three-pointers. And Frobe just battles her way to the basket after kind of a sloppy screen and roll, but got it to work. And Chloe Frobe once again, the star of the game. Lincoln runs their record to 37-0. They will be in the state championship game in Class 3A to try and finish off an undefeated season.
And now the starting lineup for the Rail Splitters of Lincoln High School. A senior guard, number 1, Taryn Stolzenberg. A senior guard, number 4, Becca Heitzig. A senior guard, number 5, Chloe Frobe. A senior guard, number 14, Jenna Bowman. And a senior forward, number 24, Tori Garrett. The Rail Splitters bring a 37-0 record into tonight's game and are coached by Taylor Rohr. And now, if you'll again direct your attention to the video board, let's see highlights of Glenwood's road to the state championship game.
Gives it to Gilmore for a three at the top of the key. Nice dish by Yeager, and Newman puts it in. Here comes another one by Yeager. If you're going to shoot that, you had better make it. And Gilmore did. Stolen away at midcourt. Hope Gilmore by herself. Bob drives to the basket, puts it up and in. It has been all Glenwood Titans for the final 3 quarters as they advance to the 3A championship game.
And now the starting lineup for the Titans of Glenwood High School, who bring a 28-7 record into this 3A championship. First, a freshman guard, number 4, Ava Bob. A senior guard, number 10, McKenna Yeager. A junior guard, number 14, Caitlin Lanin. A freshman forward, number 20, Alexis Newman. And a senior guard, number 30, Carly Hawkins. The Titans are coached by Alyssa Riley. The officials for the 3A championship, David Chris, Debbie Kelly, and Stan Brandmeier.
Those were today's starting lineups presented by OSF Healthcare. OSF Healthcare has many care options for you. Visit osfhealthcare.org to learn more. So here we go. Lincoln, can they make the one more step? Can they finish off the undefeated season with more? Here's Casey Standahar.
Well, Glenwood head coach Alyssa Riley said the #1 focus in tonight's game is defensive execution. Second to that is trust. She wants her team to trust her and trust in each other. Now, Riley knows the threat that Lincoln has in guard Chloe Froby. He said, I don't think he necessarily shut her down. That would be pretty tough because she's the 5th all-time leading scorer in the state. And she said, I just want my team to focus on everyone else on the floor and play harder than they've ever played.
These two teams met back in January. Lincoln won that game going away. But things can kind of be different when you get to March, right, Mark?
We shall see. I don't expect a running clock tonight. Lincoln's had all games with running clock victories except for 5 the entire year.
Lincoln will control the opening tip. Chloe Froby gets the ball right away. Froby into the lane, battles her way to the glass. She gets to the bucket, does not get the shot, but she'll go to the free throw line, and she's a 70% free throw shooter.
You saw the matchup, what Glenwood did is they put Alexis Newman on Froby, but you will see multiple people guard her tonight. You will see multiple people jump at her every time she has the basketball. She doesn't draw double teams. She actually draws triple teams as well.
The foul was on Caitlin Lanin. You have to pick your poison with Chloe Froby because she can shoot, she can drive and score, and she hits free throws.
And she can distribute it if they guard her. She gets the ball to other people. There's that vaunted Lincoln press.
And that was something Chloe Froby did in the semifinal game. She got it to Jenna Bowman, and the steal by Froby before Glenwood could even get to midcourt. Becca Heitzig and Froby pass off the basketball, and you see the much taller Alexis Newman come out to guard Froby. Froby goes to the basket again, didn't hit, stayed alive. Heitzig with the rebound, and Newman comes away with the rebound. So Glenwood has already seen Lincoln get 2 possessions, but they only scored on 1 with the free throws from Froby. Played about a minute in this 3A championship game. Still looking for that opening shot. Here's Ava Bob into the lane. Her path was cut off. They move it around nicely to the corner. Lanin, baseline drive, hits and ties it.
Really nice patience. Lanin, the beneficiary of that patience, rises and scores that one. Really good set.
Now, I want to point something out about the crowd. You're going to see in the corners where there's not very many people. Froby drives to the basket. She'll go to the line again. Those are the seats where the empty seats are. They're reserved for the 4A teams for the game coming up later on between Loyola and Nazareth. The Glenwood fans and the Lincoln fans are up in the upper deck, too, in addition to their assigned area. There's Taylor Rohr, 12th season, trying to get that state title after getting her team to the state championship game 1 year ago.
Had a chance to say hello to Taylor Rohr before the ball game. She was calm and collected and said that she did not have much jitters. She just wants her team to be ready to play. 214 career wins.
Foul was on McKenna Yeager, so Froby has yet to hit a field goal, but she's gotten to the line twice, and she's knocked down both of the free throws. Another turnover at midcourt for Glenwood. Down the floor, Froby, great catch and lays it in.
Great pass, as you mentioned. Great catch. Second turnover against the full court pressure as Lincoln can come at you defensively as well as they can offensively. That Lincoln press is something they work on, and work on. They created 2 turnovers and points off the turnovers there. And you mentioned it. How about the steal on the lob pass and then the great pass and catch and the finish and a quick start for Lincoln.
Right now it's Chloe Froby 6 and Glenwood 2. She also has a steal to go along with the field goal and the 4 free throws.
Some people, I'm not going to coin her this, but some people call her the Caitlin Clark of Illinois high school basketball. So that's not me, don't misquote me, but that is what's out there in the media and in the social media.
Lincoln will keep the pressure on. So Alyssa Riley had a chance to talk to her team in the break. And the first thing they've got to do is solve the press to get it into the front court. Here's Ava Bob. Fired into the corner. Lanin, baseline drive. She stepped on the end line. Third turnover in 2 minutes, 3 seconds against Glenwood.
And what Lincoln's press and full half-court defense doing is making Glenwood play faster than they would want to under Alyssa Riley's game plan.
Becca Heitzig brings it up for Lincoln. Jumping out to defend her is Bob. Froby with it. Moves into the middle of the lane. Bumped off a little bit. In the corner. Stolzenberg a three-pointer. Everything going in right now for Lincoln. If they don't get it from the field, they're getting it from the foul line.
37 threes for Stolzenberg, the 5'6" senior.
Glenwood just trying to get a set going so they can get to a point where they can get something that they like and get a score. Bob, low block. Pivot, there was nothing there. Carly Hawkins will try and roll one in. Cannot. Rebound by Heitzig. Froby stops, looked like she wanted to pop it, decided to pass it off. Froby again, you saw the double team jump out, and then she ends up just on Ava Bob. Baseline drive, and Becca Heitzig got away from everybody, and she is able to lay it in.
So far, we are seeing a clinic. We're seeing major surgery done on both ends of the floor by the Railers.
Another steal by Lincoln. They're already off to a 9-point lead. We're not even midway through this first quarter. Heitzig saw a flash across the lane, but decided to hang on to the basketball. Stolzenberg just hit the three, and she'll pass off to Heitzig again. And that is going to be a blocking foul called on Carly Hawkins.
Now Lincoln's hitting you from all angles. 5'6" senior Stolzenberg tearing eyes it from the corner and nothing but net downtown shooting the basketball. And then Becca Hudson with a shot fake and a drive baseline. White shirts a little bit late rotating over. She takes a advantage with an easy bucket at the basket.
Essentially a line change for Glenwood as Michaela Diamond, Roanne Law, and Hope Gilmore come into the game. Trying to find some way to stop this onslaught by Lincoln early on. In the low post, Froby passed out of it, traveled, turned the ball over.
Lincoln creating pace with their defense, more so than with their offense. They are long, they're athletic. Watch them jump to the basketball, so well schooled, being at each point on the floor they're supposed to be at.
Glenwood into the front court, a bit of an errant pass, and that foul is going to go against Tori Garretts.
Taylor Rohr knows it, but she has all 5 defenders playing as one. That defense is impermeable.
McKenna Yeager will inbound. Gives to Gilmore in the corner. That was somewhat of a dangerous inbound, but Gilmore got rid of it quickly. At the foul line, here's Newman. Dumped it back out and got a three-pointer from Yeager, leading three-point shooter for Glenwood. They don't get a lot of them, but Yeager leads the team with 30.
And she leads the team in all categories in regards to leadership as well. So they need a bucket, and Yeager is the one that got it for them at crunch time.
Heitzig, the state 2A cross-country champion, passes it off. Stolzenberg with the ball right now. She'll head to the basket. Off the low block, off the glass and in. Stolzenberg with 5. Lincoln off to a 4 of 6 start from the field. Gilmore has to toss it back farther into the backcourt. Clock moving, they got to get it over. They do, but they turn it over. Down the floor, Froby by herself. Stop, pop, put it in.
Great job running out, keeping your eyes up on the rim, finding your teammate running the bucket. In that place, it was Froby, the All-American candidate.
10-point lead for Lincoln. Gilmore double-teamed and trapped, got out of it. Spin move into the lane. Goes between 2 players, will not get the bucket, but she was fouled on the way to the hoop. Was it on the floor or was it in the air? 2:54 remaining in this first quarter. Lincoln trying to finish the year as an undefeated state champion. They're off to a great start, leading it by 10.
The IHSA Basketball State Finals are being brought to you in part by Menards. Save big money on all your home improvement needs. And by SIU Carbondale. Imagine the possibilities.
Get an 11% rebate on everything. Now at Menards. Renovate your space with Great Lakes vinyl plank flooring. They're durable, waterproof, and easy to install, featuring an attached pad for added comfort and noise reduction. Floating luxury vinyl plank is $279 per square foot after rebate. Find your style with Patriot Lighting. All in-stock vanity lights are on sale. This 3-light Stewart vanity light is available in 2 different finishes. Now $27.98 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Imagine going from the classroom to the big stage.
This territory, this place, our home, isn't just for learning, but for understanding the very power of what imagination actually means.
A place where you can know from player to coach, from the ground to the sky.
So close your eyes, envision the roar that is a spirit of thousands of Salukis. Capture this moment and go forward together.
The IHSA Girls Basketball State Finals are presented by OSF Healthcare and Country Financial. And the keys to the game are brought to you by Southern Illinois University Carbondale. Imagine the possibility. Mark, what do you got for us?
Well, let's look at today's keys. We'll find out that Lincoln's doing a pretty good job. Dream on. Yes, indeed, they lost the title game last year, but their dream is to finish it in 24 and finish undefeated. Also push the pace, love transition. Well, you can tell they already have 15 points in this ball game. For Glenwood, response to runs. That's what I was talking about. Can they negate any big-time Lincoln runs? So far, you cannot let Lincoln score a bunch as they have. And then 43. What I thought Glenwood needed to do is keep Lincoln under 43 points. They've done that their last 3 opponents. Not a good start if you're Glenwood as far as keeping this Lincoln vaunted fast break pressure pace offense in check.
They're on a pace for about 80 right now. Hope Gilmore, the freshman, misses the first free throw of the game taken by a Glenwood player. Comes into the game as a 58% free throw shooter. She was fabulous off of the bench in the semifinal win.
Yeah, she had a flurry in the third quarter where she scored 6 straight points on her own, including a 3-point shot and a steal and a layup.
Chance for Glenwood to set up their press, and Heitzig brings it into the front court for Lincoln. High post, Froby turns and goes down the lane, will go off glass and in. And Chloe Froby is off to a red-hot start. She's already in double figures, and we still have 2:38 to go here in the first quarter.
Yeah, she's such a great player, but you see her catch the ball at the high post, turn around, square to the basket, and take it right to the rack, and she's going to go and do it again.
Froby took it away, goes in. 12 points for Chloe Froby in the opening quarter. By the way, the record for points in a game by an individual player in the 3A championship game is 20. Believe it or not, it is that low. Most of the time that total is up in the 30s, if not more. But Froby might get that in the first half the way she's going. Remember, she had 45 in the semifinals last year against Deerfield.
Lincoln smoking 7 out of 9 from the field.
Heitzig for 3, got it.
Make it 8 of 10.
11 possessions so far in the game for Lincoln. They have scored on 10 of them. Middle of the floor. Hawkins wrapped up by Froby, held ball. Glenwood will keep it. It is an absolute onslaught, Mark, being led by Chloe Froby.
She is special to be able to watch her. She takes a spin dribble. She anticipated so well. Look at her eyes stay up, and she gets the ball up on the glass with authority. And then Heitzig from the outside, the beneficiary of the pass. Becca Heitzig knocks it down from 20 feet. The 5'8" senior having a little bit of fun. The Iowa State track recruit.
On the baseline, and it was the end line that got Newman on that one. 7 turnovers on Glenwood. It's an 11-1 run right now for Lincoln, but here's the amazing part. It's happened over the last minute 53 seconds. Heitzig could have gone one-on-one if she wanted to. Instead, she'll drop it back out. Got away from Gilmore. Heitzig will stop. She'll hit from 10. Everybody in on the act. Heitzig has 7.
The running count, they've made 9 in a row in this basketball game, and most of them have been from point-blank range. Just incredible rhythm right now for the red shirts.
Newman will be fouled. 2 Lincoln players in the area, and let us see whom it is against. It is against Jenna Bowman. That is her second. Bowman had a big day from the three-point line in Lincoln's semifinal win.
Lincoln has on their warm-up shirt 1 goal, and we know what that goal has been all year long since last year. Good to see that Alyssa Riley continuing to encourage her team, try to get something positive here in the last minute.
Little head fake. Yeager goes into the lane. Got rid of it. It's Newman. Yeager, top of the key, open for a three-pointer. That one rattles off the back of the iron. Loose ball, and it is picked up by Piper Whiteman. Final minute of this opening quarter. Froby with the basketball, driving on Hope Gilmore. Stops and hits another one.
Boy, what her ability to stop on the dime and then rise on the mid-range jump shot in the lane area. What a talent.
20 seconds to go. Gilmore got around the defense, goes to the basket, could not get the roll. 15 seconds left. Taken back by Hawkins. Hawkins goes to the floor. Bob comes up with it. 8 seconds left. Yeager back to Bob. 3 to go. Yeager swings it around. Hawkins for 3, and that will end the opening quarter. Lincoln on pace for a hundo. 26-6 at the end of the first quarter. Lincoln made their last 10 shots of the first period.
Feels good to be home.
Ashley's anniversary sale is going on now. We're celebrating 79 years with exclusive deals on hot buys starting at just $3.99. Or get low monthly payments with 0% interest for 7 years. Shop your local Ashley store today.
A fifth third better means we give 166.7%.
What's fifth third?
My bank.
Why?
Because 5/3 equals 166.7%, so they put 166.7% into everything they do.
But why?
Because they give me no hidden fees, identity theft protection, and free checking.
But why, though?
Because math?
Why?
You know, your mom is good at fractions.
Mom!
This is banking, a fifth third better.
Tomorrow, I'll be making a difference in the classroom. Tonight, I'll be making memories with the dance team.
I'm expressing myself with my poetry and with my hands.
I'm providing for my patients and for my community.
At NIU, you'll go places as unique as you, with the resources and support to get you there. Join us and start writing your story today.
Every day, we rebuild hearts and put them to the test. We remove brain tumors and find answers. But what we do every day might be one of the biggest things you've ever faced. So here, you won't face it alone. You'll be treated like the most important patient we've ever had. Because you are. Your best health is our endeavor. Introducing Endeavor Health.
Feels good to be home.
Ashley's anniversary sale is going on now. This week only, when you buy more, you save more with up to $1,000 off your purchase. Or finance your new furniture with a low monthly payment and 0% interest for 7 years. Shop your local Ashley store today.
This hard work play is brought to you by Mid-America Carpenters Regional Council. Strong alone, unstoppable together, Mark.
Unstoppable Chloe Froby. She's unstoppable, and so is her entire Lincoln team. Nice pass out by Tori Gerritz. A good catch in traffic. Little dish to the outside. Stolzenberg with a bucket. And look at the defense again. Creating a run out. Good pass, good catch, good finish. Everything clicking right now for the Railers, including Chloe Froby, who is putting on a show. Watch her take that ball away and then coast to coast.
The frightening thing about all this for Lincoln, they missed their first 2 shots, and they were both taken by Froby. They have not missed since then. Froby with the basketball, guarded by Newman, off of the screen by Piper Whiteman. Nice job of jumping out by Roanne Law. Becca Heitzig's been in on the act, and she'll pass it off. Froby again. Froby trying to turn the corner. And this possession taking longer than anyone we've seen in recent for Lincoln.
Yeah, good job by Glenwood, coming out and playing hard, even though they're trailing big time.
Frobe into the lane, passes into the corner. Three-pointer on the way by Whiteman. That one off, and a nice job of going up and getting the rebound by Ava Bob.
10 consecutive makes before that miss out of rhythm.
And that is going to be a blocking foul called on Tori Garrett's, her second. Let's go to Casey.
Yeah, guys, thanks. Glenwood head coach Alyssa Riley told her team in that timeout, you have to do better because you are better. It's like your defense is not even there. You fought so hard to get here. It can't end this way. She added, we have to get back to what works. When you get the ball, you don't even have time to turn around with their defense. The railers are right there, so take the possession and go up to the rim.
Yeager gives it off. Three-pointer on the way. That was Law that got that one to go in. Second three-pointer of the game for Glenwood.
Yeah, and that was the first open look that they've really had by Roanne Law.
Heitzig to the corner of the lane. Bounce pass, Stolzenberg. Frobe into the lane. Bounce pass to the baseline. And unable to finish the shot was McKinley Knapp. And then after the missed shot, we get the foul call.
Yeah, so one of my keys was response to the runs, because we knew the Link would have some runs. And could Glenwood respond? We shall see. Nice little dish there, and the miss, and then the ensuing foul on the board.
So a stop on defense for Glenwood. They're going to need a lot of stops to get back into this one. Roanne Law working on Heitzig, got to the bucket and able to put it in. So Roanne Law with 5 consecutive points. Frobe brings it up. Spin move to get away. Got into the lane, nowhere else to go. Heitzig passes it off. Frobe into the lane, bumped a little bit as she shot, no shot. NBA, that would have been a bucket, but not in girls high school basketball.
That time down the floor, Caitlin Lenham was the one that had the Frobe responsibility. I bring that up because 4 different players now have been put on Frobe trying to find the right combination to mix up and get her under control.
Bob committed the foul before Frobe went up for the shot. We get a held ball, and it's going to go to Glenwood. So Glenwood has 2 consecutive stops, and they have 2 consecutive scores.
Now, you mentioned it earlier, 54-20 it was on January 6th, the running clock. And don't think for a minute that Glenwood, when they got behind, knew that happened before, but they have come back mentally much tougher here.
Alyssa Newman goes to the basket. No foul and no made basket either. Heitzig with her head up, down the floor. Frobe to the basket. Put it up, didn't get the foul call, didn't get the bucket either. Heitzig into the lane, stops and pops from 12 and hits.
2 for $1. What I mean by that is offensive rebound turned into more points, more chances, more points. You got to cover the defensive boards at Glenwood.
Heitzig takes it away at midcourt. She already has 9 points. Frobe really having to work now to get free. Stolzenberg from the corner. That was her second three-point attempt. She hit the first one.
5 steals for Lincoln.
A little bit of momentum right now as Roanne Law puts it into the corner. Newman, 4-3. That's short all the way. Whiteman will let it go out of bounds. It's tapped back in. Whiteman says thank you very much. Only 2 points for Lincoln here in the second quarter. Heitzig bounce pass down low. McKinley Lamp a little strong. Newman with the rebound. Yeager brings it up the floor. On the wing, Roanne Law. Drive to the bucket by Yeager, passed it off. Bob a three-pointer. That one won't go. Ball tipped out, kept alive. Frobe got the rebound. Lincoln 1 of 6 this quarter, and count the bucket. Frobe will go to the line.
Well, you got to cue that one up. What's new when she has the ball, because she took that ball into traffic with 2 white shirts. Contact initiated, and yet she was able to play right through that contact. Watch her play through the contact right there. She just plays right through it, squares in the air, and scores. What a treat it is when she has the basketball, because there's such anticipation of what she's going to do with the stone in her hand.
Missed the free throw. Her first miss in 5 attempts. Point total at 16. for Frobe. 4:11 to go here in the second quarter. Stolen away by Frobe. She's getting it done on both ends of the floor, not just the offensive end, and that's going to be a foul on Hope Gilmore. And that is team foul number 3, which really would be a dangerous situation if Glenwood puts Lincoln into the bonus. So the defense of Glenwood has certainly slowed down Lincoln so far.
Yesterday, Glenwood only gave up 33 points the entire game. Lincoln's got 30, but you're right. They've tightened and knocked down the screws in this quarter.
Heitzig stops, goes off glass, can't hit. Gilmore with the rebound. Carly Hawkins gives it off. Bob has it. Now Yeager trying to direct some traffic. Looking for an opening. Hawkins gets to Newman. Just nothing down the lane right now as Lincoln looks out from that zone.
Yeah, everyone's going to talk about and go highlights of the Lincoln offense. You can make a highlight package of their defense. Look at those red shirts protecting the rim, and then away from the ball, we see passing lanes as well, so they can pack it in and play outside.
Drive down the baseline, and all of a sudden everything opened up for Alexis Newman, so the freshman has her first 2 points of the game, and the margin is 17.
Alexis Newman, a rising star. She's going to be one to watch the next 3 years for Glenwood.
Frobe saw Gilmore, passed it off. Got it back from Heitzig. Now Frobe's going to back out. Look at both Gilmore and Newman come out. Heitzig on the baseline, and she got away on the baseline. Heitzig is only 5'8", got away, and she has 11.
22 points to the paint. That one's created by Frobe's ability to dribble drive. She drew a double team, and then she was able to find her teammate on the baseline. That's a sign of a great player. The vision and anticipation on who's going to be open.
And then somebody went back to Frobe, anticipating Heitzig would give it right back, and she didn't. And then all of a sudden, she had a clear path to the basket on the baseline, and a nice drive down the baseline from McKenna Yeager.
McKenna Yeager, such a competitor. Just really love her game. She'll play soccer at UAS next year.
Baseline pass to Frobe, taken away, and that'll be a double dribble. 1:50 remaining in the second half. So Glenwood has slowed Lincoln down, but the lead is still 17. Back with the conclusion of the opening half after this timeout.
Attention high school students. If you're tired of hearing the same old college debt story, we've got an exciting alternative for you. Join the Mid-America Carpenters Union and let your career dreams take flight. You can earn great pay, enjoy no-cost health insurance, and secure a stable retirement, all with no college debt and an elite career that's here to stay. It's time to build your future your way. Ready to carve your path to success? Contact the Mid-America Carpenters Union today to learn how you can unleash your potential.
There are over 8 million drivers in the state of Illinois. With that many people on the road, accidents are bound to occur. I'm attorney Howard Ankin, and if you or someone you care about has been involved in an auto, rideshare, or trucking accident, I'm here to help.
He has your number in his phone!
Call my office for a free consultation at 312-6-million. I'm here when you need me. Injury law made personal, that's Ankin Law.
So Lincoln trying to join Oakville and Peoria Notre Dame as state champions. Those were the two champions from earlier today in 1A and 2A. There's the scores. Oakville on an unbelievable performance from Elena Krause. Ended up winning by 12. And then for Peoria Notre Dame, they got the winning bucket with 1.3 to go to win the 2A state title. And then coming up when we are done, The 4A championship game, undefeated Loyola against Nazareth. Nazareth trying to leave championship weekend with a state title for the second year in a row. They were the 3A champions 1 year ago.
Yeah, that Notre Dame game from Peoria was by a freshman at the buzzer.
Froby short for 3. Ball goes out, and Lincoln will keep it.
Chloe Froby, we haven't mentioned it tonight. Colorado State University. She'll be out representing the Rams next year.
By the way, do you know who the all-time leading scorer is at Colorado State in women's basketball?
I think. Can I look it up? I don't need
No, just think about it. I bet you're going to get it.
Colorado State women's basketball. I'll go on a limb. Becky Hammond?
Very good.
Oh, my goodness.
It is indeed Becky Hammonds, who is currently the coach of the Las Vegas Aces and was an assistant with the San Antonio Spurs for a while.
How'd I get that? 11 turnovers now against Glenwood, forced by the Lincoln defense.
Stolzenberg trying to work herself free, and that's going to be an offensive foul, and it appears it is going to go against Tori Garretts. And if it is indeed on Garretts, that will be number 3. It is on Garretts. So it looks like already Taylor Rohr is going to come and get Garretts out of the game. She will. Piper Whiteman will come in. And then Glenwood making a couple of substitutions as Carly Hawkins and Roanne Law come back in. So right now, Glenwood has withstood the onslaught. That is over. But they've only taken 3 points off the lead that Lincoln had at the end of the first quarter. Newman working on Whiteman. Newman goes in and hits. Glenwood clawing their way back.
And Alyssa Riley, the adjustment she made with her team is they're passing the ball against the press now rather than dribbling. Pressing teams love when you dribble the basketball. They can't catch up with crisp passes.
Froby got free and knocks that one in. Froby with 18. One more bucket, and she ties the record for points in a 3A championship game, which currently sits at 20. Number of players with 20.
For the last 75-odd games, coaches have schemed on how to stop Lincoln and Froby. No matter how much you scheme to do that, there's so much game opportunities that Lincoln provides to make great plays.
17 seconds. Hope Gilmore goes to the basket, hangs in the air, couldn't hit it. Newman there with the rebound. She couldn't hit it. Tried to get her own rebound, a scrum underneath the basket, and it finally comes free. Froby with 6. Down the floor. Stolzenberg has it. Becca Heitzig sees an opening and will not get the shot off. And that will end the opening half. The second quarter, for lack of a better term, won by Glenwood 11-8. The lead is 17 at the break. Early on, it looked like Lincoln might want to run away with it, and while it's still a 17-point deficit, Glenwood has certainly played much better over the last 8 minutes than they did over the first 8. And let's go over to Casey Standahar, who was with Taylor Rohr.
Jim, thanks, Coach. Your defense just doesn't let up, forcing 11 turnovers. What do you like from them?
We just want the kids to play hard on defense. I think they've done a nice job of that. I think we need to do a little bit better job of stopping the baseline drive. But otherwise, kids are playing incredible defense.
Heitzig and Froby leading the way offensively. What do you love about their court vision?
They're just 2 great ball players, and they're 2 great team players, and they distribute the ball well, and then they get it back and they do what they do.
Thanks, Coach. Jim?
Thank you very much, Casey. After the break, Darius Joshua, Lene Harper break down the first half from the studio. Our score at the half, Lincoln 34, Glenwood 17.
The IHSA Basketball State Finals are brought to you in part by OSF Healthcare. With hospitals, outpatient clinics, urgent care facilities, and virtual care on demand, OSF Healthcare has many care options for you.
This is the run my own business dream. This is the colleges paid for dream. This is the retire early dream. This is Busey, where your dreams and possibilities become moments. through trusted guidance and expertise, through lifelong relationships. Because we're here to help you achieve the life you've always envisioned.
Of the top 3 seed corn brands in the Central Corn Belt, only one is 100% focused on seed corn. Only one is U.S. farm family owned.
Tom, Henry, get out of that dirt!
And only one has got there without the help of a parent company.
Henry!
I guess that makes us the grown-up in the field. Wiffles Hybrids, fiercely independent and proud of it.
Get an 11% rebate on your outdoor projects, now at Menards. General purpose concrete mix is great for setting posts, patios, and walkways. Just add water, mix, and pour. Get an 11% rebate on all concrete mixes at Menards. Menards has a huge selection of concrete blocks that are ready to take home today. Classic patio blocks are only 99 cents each after 11% rebate. Visit your Menards today to get an 11% rebate on everything.
Save big money at Menards.
The IHSA, committed to keeping student-athletes safe. Through educational initiatives and national partnerships, we're going the distance to develop safer protocols for our teams. Plus, we continue to improve scheduling and conditioning to reduce injuries from preseason through each state championship. 31 sports, 350,000 student-athletes, and one goal, player safety. The IHSA, the future plays here.
A 17-point lead here at the halftime of the 3A championship game. Lincoln with that lead so far. And let's just get right to the highlights as the Rail Splitters came right out of the locker room and were on fire. But Glenwood trying to get into the game, just hit midway through the first quarter here. Alexis Newman finding McKenna Yeager, and she softly drops that 3. But the first half was all Lincoln. Chloe Frobe finds Becca Heitzig in the corner. 11 points for her. A 22-6 lead at that point. And then in transition in the second quarter, Chloe Frobe, contact, doesn't matter. 18 points for her, 14 of that coming in the first quarter, and her squad's up 34-17. As Jim pointed out, Chloe Frobe is just 2 points away from a record amount of points in a title game in Class 3A, but it's not just how she's scoring, Lynette.
She's been having great energy also on defense. She has a couple of steals, has a few assists, and that's why they're up. She's been playing amazing, and she has more points than the entire Glenwood.
And that is always a good recipe for Lincoln. It has been all season long, having Chloe facilitate and score for her squad, but obviously you see they're doing it as well defensively. But the big question, I'm sure that Alyssa Riley's trying to figure out for her squad and the Titans, what do they do in the second half to not only get back into this game, but also slow down Lincoln on the other side? Yeah, well, Lincoln is pressing full court, causing havoc. I think if I'm Glenwood, I'm going to take my time, make good passes, just get it across half, and use what we have. Get shots up and just keep playing. And with that, obviously, they've turned the ball over a little bit in that first half, helping Lincoln get out to this big lead so far. One half in the books in the 3A championship game. We'll see if the second half can get a little bit better, and, of course, take a look at the 4A game to come as well when we come back here on the IHSA TV network.
The IHSA Basketball State Finals are being brought to you locally in part by Ashley, America's #1 furniture and mattress store. Northern Illinois University, where your future is our focus. Visit niu.edu. Fifth Third Bank. A Fifth Third better means we give 166.7%. And by Endeavor Health. Your best health is our endeavor.
A Fifth Third better means we give 166.7%.
What's Fifth Third?
My bank.
Why?
Because 5/3 equals 166.7%, so they put 166.7% into everything they do.
But why?
Because they give me no hidden fees, identity theft protection, and free checking.
But why, though?
Because math?
Why?
You know, your mom is good at fractions.
Mom! This is banking. A Fifth Third better.
Tomorrow, I'll be making a difference in the classroom. Tonight, I'll be making memories with the dance team.
I'm expressing myself with my poetry and with my hands.
I'm providing for my patients and for my community.
At NIU, you'll go places as unique as you, with the resources and support to get you there. Join us and start writing your story today.
Welcome back to the IHSA TV network. 2 games in the books, halfway through the 3rd game, and of course, one more to come. It's been a packed day of basketball in the state of Illinois today, with Loyola Academy taking on Nazareth Academy in that 4A championship game still to come. That features the second and only other undefeated team here in this tournament, Lene.
Well, I think that's going to just add a little bit more pressure, right? You're undefeated, and you just have one last shot to win the state finals.
Loyola Academy trying to also go 38-0, just like Lincoln. Nazareth Academy, of course, won that championship in Class 3A over Lincoln. This time around, Lincoln halfway to a championship, this time in Lincoln. I know that was kind of a winding road, right? Chloe Froby, 18 points in that first half. Her squad up 17 at the half. We'll be right back.
Attention high school students. If you're tired of hearing the same old college debt story, we've got an exciting alternative for you. Join the Mid-America Carpenters Union and let your career dreams take flight. You can earn great pay, enjoy no-cost health insurance, and secure a stable retirement, all with no college debt and an elite career that's here to stay. It's time to build your future your way. Ready to carve your path to success? Contact the Mid-America Carpenters Union today to learn how you can unleash your potential.
I'm attorney Howard Ankin here with University of Illinois alumni, IO. Congratulations on having your jersey retired and a standout rookie season with Chicago.
Thanks, Howard. Congratulations on Angus Law's 25th anniversary of helping people involved in work injuries, auto and truck accidents, and medical malpractice cases. It's great to have a friend like you who's always looking out for people.
Thanks, IO. I'm here to help, and I hope my next 25 years will be even better. Call 312-6-million. Injury law made personal. That's Ankin Law.
Imagine going from the classroom to the big stage.
This territory, this place, our home, isn't just for learning, but for understanding the very power of what imagination actually means.
A place where you can go from player to coach, from the ground to the sky.
So close your eyes, envision the roar that is a spirit of thousands of Salukis. Capture this moment and go forward together.
Get an 11% rebate on everyday essentials now at Menards. Save on your favorite cleaning supplies from Procter & Gamble. They deliver quality products from brands you can trust, like Dawn, Tide, and Bounty. Get this 42-pack of Tide Pods for just $10.99 after rebate. Keep your devices powered with Energizer Max batteries. They deliver consistent performance and have lasting power. A 16-pack of AA and AAA batteries are $9.99 each after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
The halftime stats are brought to you by Lyona. Start your career in construction today at LyonaCareers.org. A 17-point lead for the Rail Splitters. What sticks out to you, Lene, from that first half?
Them shooting 14 for 24 from the field. That's why they're up right now. They're creating their own shots. They're sharing the ball, and we just want to see more of that next half. 11
points off turnovers for Lincoln as well. That's helped them build this lead. Here at halftime, you see those 11 turnovers for the Titans. A lot of this in the first half. Becca Heitzig, one of the only other players in double figures. She's got 11. Second half of this one coming up when we come back.
We had fire coming in 2 directions. After the fire, there was nothing left, just piles of rubble. The country was able to step up and help us.
This is a prime example of having a good insurance company that's there for you. Our experience speaks volume to people around us. Go talk to Country Financial. Talk to our people. Country Financial showed up for us every second of the way.
Coughing and throat feeling sore? We've got medication to get you out the door. Earache, pink eye, bug bite, or rash? Our wonderful staff will treat you in a flash.
What about sprains, strains, and minor fractures too?
Don't worry, our x-rays reveal what's hidden from view. Need care after 9, 10, or 11? Our virtual care's got you 24/7. OSF On-Call Urgent Care, in person or virtual, we're always there.
Imagine going from the classroom to the big stage.
This territory, this place, our home, isn't just for learning,
but for understanding the very power of what imagination actually means.
A place where you can go from player to coach, from the ground to the sky.
So close your eyes, envision the roar that is a spirit of thousands of Salukis. Capture this moment and go forward together.
The IHSA Girls Basketball State Finals are presented by OSF Healthcare and Country Financial. And now it's time for the Menards Play of the Game. Save big money on all your home improvement needs with Menards, and with Lincoln leading by 17 and most of the damage coming from Chloe Froby, I think we're going to see some of Chloe right here.
Yeah, they can't get a play of the game. You got plays of the game when number 5 comes on your screen. She has 18 points on 7-11 shooting, 4 assists. See your eyes there, catching the ball in traffic, laid it in. Then the spin move from the top. She squares and scores in a myriad of ways. Now watch her right there, the anticipation on the spin dribble, and then the strong move to the 10 to finish. And you see her, she's always playing through contact, and her eyes are always up. The sign of a great offensive player that sees the floor and what's in front of her.
In the first half of their 2 games here at CEFCU Arena this year in the 2024 state finals, Lincoln has outscored their opponents 65-39 during the first half.
And you take a look, that's an amazing number for Glenwood. Yesterday, they only had 10 turnovers the whole day. Today, they have 11 at the half. Why? Because of the Lincoln defense. But really good job by Alyssa Riley gathering her team. And she talked about, you know, the ability to get the ball into the middle of the floor and negate any trapping situations for Lincoln.
Froby will start with the basketball. She'll stop and drift back and hit. Chloe Froby with 20. She has tied the 3A championship game record of 20 points in the title game.
And that was just a great shot because she was able to square in the air and fall back.
Newman with the runner and couldn't hit. Froby up the floor. Heitzig stops. She was double teamed, dropped it back out for Froby. Froby now trying to work her way around a screen. Ava Bob doing a good job of moving her feet. Froby looked for a second like she was going to shoot that, decided not to, and then ball is saved back in the middle of the floor, and it ends up right back in the hands of Chloe Froby.
Now what Glenwood's doing on ball screens that involve Froby is they're switching on all those ball screens. Now there's no screen at all, which allows her to play one-on-one.
And an errant pass ends up in the Lincoln bench, and possession will end up back with Glenwood. Let's go to Casey with head coach Alyssa Riley.
Coach, the Lincoln press has been tough. What was your message to your team at the half to clean up some of those turnovers?
I mean, we had a press breaker drew up. I think we ran it twice the right way, and both times it worked. So we just got to execute what we talked about.
Thanks, Coach.
Newman hits a three-pointer to get the scoring started here in the second half for Glenwood. Heitzig taking a look. That's a tall pass for Froby. Somehow came down with it. Battles her way to put it off the backboard. Missed the shot. And it looks like Newman is going to pick up the foul. If that is the case, that is her first. Check that. It's on McKenna Yeager, and that's her third. So this free throw is to set a new 3A title game record. Sorry.
She'll get this one.
Froby's missed her last 2 free throws. Stolzenberg comes out, and Jenna Bowman comes in. Bowman picked up 2 fouls in the first half, so spent a fairly decent time over on the bench with those 2 fouls. And you saw McKenna Yeager come out after her 3rd foul for Glenwood. Hope Gilmore came in for her. Froby missed both free throws. Gilmore came up with the rebound. Loose ball on the floor. We have 4 players fighting for the basketball. The arrow favors Glenwood, but we're not going to get the arrow call. We are going to get a foul call. And the foul is on Froby. That's her second. She picked up 2 fouls early in the semifinal game and never picked up another foul the rest of the way.
Well, that's how smart a player she is. And that one was just a hustle play going for the basketball. Here's that press break. Alyssa Riley talked about, and I mentioned the first half, you got to pass it, not dribble it.
Newman with the basketball. She has a mismatch amongst almost anybody she lines up against.
Alyssa Riley wants her to shoot more, says she's too unselfish. They need her to have more of a scorer's mentality, even though she's not much mature as far as her age.
Newman, top of the key. Bob for a three. That rattles around, and a rebound pulled off the backboard by Tori Garretts, and Garretts was fouled as she tried to get possession of the basketball. That foul was on Carly Hawkins, her second. 16-point margin right now for Lincoln. Glenwood can afford to be aggressive on defense. They need to make something happen, but they also have to be careful to not allow easy buckets. Froby drives to the basket, and she'll go to the foul line, and again, she'll go to the foul line with a chance to set a new record for an individual scorer in the 3A title game.
And she came into this tournament 70% free throw shooter. She has not been automatic. It's probably the only thing she hasn't been automatic with. Every facet of her game has been nothing less than magnificent.
21 points in Chloe Froby, who's in the record books for the highest scoring game in the state final series last year with that 45-point effort against Deerfield, is now back in the record book again, most points in a 3A title game, and is able to add one more to it. That's 22. Next up on the list, a two-pointer ties the 3A tournament career mark, and she will have done that in just 2 years. That would get her to 115. Middle of the floor, Newman will take it to the basket, puts it up and in, and she will go to the line and one.
Nice job by the freshman, who made herself available to the middle of the floor when the ball was on the left side. She cut to the basketball, met the pass, turned, and faced the basket. So once she caught the ball, she had one thing in mind, and that was the goal. But the biggest move she made was flashing to the middle of the floor from behind the defense to create a passing lane for her teammates.
And Newman able to hit the free throw. That's only the third free throw of the game for Glenwood. Lead is 15, knocked away, and then Bob got a hand on it and turned it over, and Lincoln will get it right back.
Glenwood trying to create some things defensively in their own full court defensive game. A little run and jump.
And on the inbound play, that was on Hope Gilmore, and very quickly that's Gilmore's third. And Gilmore now has to go. I think you're going to need her if you get back into this game, so Gilmore's got to be a little bit careful. You want to be aggressive, but not necessarily 70 feet away from the basket. Heitzig with a miss. Glenwood has not hit a field goal in the last 3 minutes. Newman looking for an opportunity. Switches off at Hawkins.
They got to get Newman a touch on the inside, or else Gilmore coming off a screen.
Law feeds Gilmore, loses the handle on it, and it goes right back to Lincoln with 4:31 to go.
Officials talking it over.
And they will reverse the call after a little conversation, and Glenwood will keep the basketball. Caitlin Lehnen back into the game as Hope Gilmore comes out after that third foul.
Good officiating. David Chris came, put his hand up, basically telling his teammate on the officiating crew, Debbie Colley, that he had a different angle and saw that should have been white team's ball.
Ava Bob at the foul line, nowhere to go with it. Carly Hawkins will give it up. Here comes Lehnen, and that one was tipped, and that will stay with Glenwood.
Glenwood, Bob's a freshman, Newman's a freshman, Gilmore's a freshman. So I'll tell you what, Alyssa Riley, as soon as she picks up whatever trophy she picks up tonight, she's going to think about picking up another one next year.
$15-point lead right now, and we still have about 12 minutes plus left to go. Baseline pass, Bob goes off glass and in. Ava Bob, the freshman, with her first couple of points of the game. Couple of stops, and it could get a little interesting.
Glenwood continues to fight.
And that shot was blocked on the baseline. Piper Whiteman is going to get a chance to go to the foul line for 2 shots when we come back. 3:55 remaining in the third quarter. Lincoln leads it 38-25.
Get an 11% rebate on everything. Now at Menards. Renovate your space with Great Lakes vinyl plank flooring. They're durable, waterproof, and easy to install, featuring an attached pad for added comfort and noise reduction. Floating luxury vinyl plank is $279 per square foot after rebate. Find your style with Patriot Lighting. All in-stock vanity lights are on sale. This 3-light Stewart vanity light is available in 2 different finishes. Now $27.98 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Imagine going from the classroom to the big stage.
This territory, this place, our home, isn't just for learning, but for understanding the very power of what imagination actually means.
A place where you can go from player to coach, from the ground to the sky.
So close your eyes, envision the roar that is a spirit of thousands of Salukis. Capture this moment and go forward together.
So much. I am joined now with Carrie Froby. She looks like Chloe's twin. This is her mother. Thank you for joining us, Carrie. What are you thinking of this game so far?
I really enjoyed the first quarter a lot better. Hoping the girls we call it the Red and Green Express. Hopefully we can get the Red and Green Express going here this third quarter.
I know someone just texted you that Chloe is now broken the record for most 3A points scored in a championship game. What do you think of that honor?
You know what? That's a tremendous honor, but I think the only one that we're working for right now is that championship to bring home to Lincoln. I think that's the only one she cares about. So hopefully, in about 12 minutes or so, we can be celebrating that.
You said that you played basketball at Monmouth College. Your husband played. Yes. Many of your family members have all played basketball, so it seems like basketball runs in the family. Did you always know that Chloe was going to be a basketball star?
You know, we say we kind of nudged them that way. So when they're born, someone asked if we give them a basketball right away, and she was playing when she was 3 years old. So I don't think she had any option. She had older brothers and sisters that played, and she enjoyed watching them play. So
well, I'll let you get back to it. I know you're calling the game, and you want to watch your daughter. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Dave, Jim, excuse me.
Thank you very much. And interesting here, Mark, since the start of the second quarter, Glenwood has actually outscored Lincoln by 6 points, 19-13.
That is interesting. The 26-6 blitzkrieg as the Railers got out of the gate in that first quarter, putting on a clinic on both ends of the floor.
Ava Bob goes into the corner of the zone defense, got it to a wide open Roanne Law, missed the shot, and the rebound taken down by Becca Heitzig. Heitzig to Froby. Froby for a 3. She doesn't have one of those yet and missed that one. Newman with the rebound. Glenwood getting some stops here, especially in the third quarter.
Yeah, they've shown some fight and some grit in this basketball game for trailing, and they were down by 20, and they continue to play as hard as they can, and they've really tightened the screws defensively as well.
Carly Hawkins trying to find an opening. Double team, had to get rid of it. Newman turns and looks, has it taken away by Froby. Froby up the floor, has help with her, but does not have numbers. So Heitzig takes it to the corner of the lane and backs out. 2:33 to go here in the third quarter. Glenwood's last state championship as a school came in 2018 in cross country for Lincoln. They have yet to win a sports state championship in the school's history. Froby goes to the basket. It will not count. She was fouled on the floor and will not get a chance to go. I take that back. Glenwood does have Lincoln into the bonus. The foul is going to be on Ava Bob, her second.
Aside to this 39 points Lincoln has on the board, Jenna Bowman had 5 threes yesterday, 5 out of 7, 15 points. She does not have a field goal attempt here this evening, yet her team is up by 15 points.
This free throw is to tie the record for career points in the 3A state championship series, meaning the semifinals and the finals. Missed that one. Still one more to go for that one. 2:16 to go here in the third quarter. Lanin drove baseline, stepped on it, turned it over. 13th turnover of the game on Glenwood. Hope Gilmore went out with 3 fouls and now comes back into the game as Caitlin Lanin will go and take a seat on the bench for a little while.
Yeah, and I was watching McKenna Yeager. We talked about her leadership. She went right to Len and put her arm around her, said that's okay. And that's the kind of leadership you need. That's why she's a special. She's a glue for Glenwood, is McKenna Yeager.
And that's what Alyssa Riley talked about earlier in the week, is how that McKenna Yeager has embraced the role of having to make sure that everybody on the team feels included, especially the freshmen. Knocked away from Froby, and then Newman got taken down by Piper Whiteman. For Whiteman, that is foul number 2. And that is the 3rd team foul on Lincoln.
Watch Whiteman come in right there, and there's where the foul occurred, as it was going to be a run out for Alexis Newman, the freshman.
Glenwood has to be thinking, if we can get this thing to 10 somehow before this quarter is over. 3-pointer on the way, online and in. Knocked down by McKenna Yeager, her second of the game, and the lead is 12.
And that's where we talked about her leadership, building a key shot at a key time. And it was a dribble drive into the lane by Newman that set that up. She threw it back out for a spot-up 3 for her senior teammate, freshman to senior.
Froby has 2 fouls, got away with a little bit of an elbow. She'll stop and take the jumper, and if that's on Gilmore, that's going to be her 4th. And Gilmore just picked up number 4.
These will be free throws 14 and 15 for Froby. After yesterday, she went to the charity stripe 15 times. 30 free throws in 2 games.
So she's tied the 3A tournament finals record, career points, sitting at 119 right now.
You know, another thing that has impressed me on all the superstars that we've seen down here, the best player in each team, is how selfless and how just they show very little emotion. Very classy ladies playing the game. She just plays hard and involves her teammates.
She breaks the record that was held by Zana Medley of Springfield between 09 and 12, had 115 points. Now remember, Medley played in 4 straight state finals series, and this is only the 2nd one for Chloe Froby. So it gives you a little bit of indication of how amazing what she has done in trips to the state finals the last 2 years. Loose ball on the baseline, Whiteman has it, and a timeout called by Taylor Rohr. Margin right now is 14 with 9 minutes left in the game.
Taylor Rohr, easy timeout for her, but she was Johnny on the spot because there was 5 timeouts left. She wanted to maintain possession.
The next record on the list is Froby can tie the all-class career record by coming up with a couple of more points. These 2 teams don't have to go very far to get here to CEFCU Arena. For Lincoln, about halfway between Bloomington and Springfield, right up I-55. And then if you go just a little bit south of Springfield, you will find Glenwood High School in Chatham. So 2 teams that are actually located pretty close to each other, played a game in the regular season, as Mark had mentioned, and they meet here in the state championship game.
Well, we haven't mentioned this enough. We have a tremendous crowd here tonight. Not a good crowd, a tremendous turnout by both Glenwood and Lincoln's brought the entire town.
They have really packed in the upper deck here at CEFCU Arena. Froby goes down, and the foul is going to go on Caitlin Lanin.
Yeah, both crowds, you see Lincoln fans enjoying things. And the Glenwood crowd, I found out Glenwood, at Glenwood High School, everyone lives in Chatham. There is no Glenwood. The name of the high school was named by a senior in high school when they opened the new school. They had a contest, and it was named Glenwood. So one senior was the one that got to name the school many years ago.
Froby hits the second free throw. It's not to be confused with the village of Glenwood in the south suburbs, 187th and Halsted. No, that does not have its own high school. Three-pointer on the way, and that one's bound down the bottom of the drain by Roanne Law. And it's a 12-point margin with 36 seconds left, and then a foul in the backcourt committed by Caitlin Lanen.
Roanne Law had 10 off the bench, 4 out of 8 shooting yesterday, and she's got 8 off the bench today. Really nice job there. Look at how she's able to square plenty of time. A little bit of the defensive breakdown by Lincoln, and Roanne Law does a great job taking advantage of that.
Froby with 27. And that ties the record for points in a career in the state final series at 118. She's tied with Morgan Tuck of Bolingbrook. And Whiteman got the worst of that, but Whiteman initiated the contact. She'll pick up the foul.
Newman says, I love to work on the pull-up jumper, and she loves to take the ball to the baseline. Just a freshman that's going to have a huge career at 6 foot right now. She's going to end up being 6'1", 6'2". She's going to be a good one.
Roanne Law had her shot blocked by Froby. Froby down the floor by herself to become the all-time state final series leader. Missed it, got her own rebound. Now it's Heitzig goes in, stops and pops a little jumper. Becca Heitzig has been on fire as well. Heitzig with 13 points as the lead is back up to 16. 6 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Three-pointer by Newman, and that's good. At the buzzer, Alexis Newman now has 13 points in this championship game. So the lead is sitting at 13 as we go to the break after the third quarter. Glenwood has chewed into the lead, but not by much. We'll go to the fourth quarter. 47-34, Lincoln leading Glenwood.
Feels good to be home.
Ashley's anniversary mattress sale is going on now. For a limited time, get up to 75% off name brand closeout mattresses. Plus, we're celebrating better sleep with free white glove delivery. Shop your local Ashley store today.
Every day, we rebuild hearts and put them to the test. We remove brain tumors and find answers. But what we do every day might be one of the biggest things you've ever faced. So here, you won't face it alone. You'll be treated like the most important patient we've ever had. Because you are. Your best health is our endeavor. Introducing Endeavor Health.
Tomorrow, I'll be making a difference in the classroom. Tonight, I'll be making memories with the dance team.
I'm expressing myself with my poetry and with my hands.
I'm providing for my patients and for my community.
At NIU, you'll go places as unique as you, with the resources and support to get you there. Join us and start writing your story today.
A fifth third better means we give 166.7%.
What's fifth third?
My bank.
Why?
Because 5/3 equals 166.7%, so they put 166.7% into everything they do.
But why?
Because they give me no hidden fees, identity theft protection, and free checking.
But why, though?
Because math?
Why?
You know, your mom is good at fractions.
Mom! This is banking, a fifth third better.
Feels good to be home.
Ashley's anniversary mattress sale is going on now. For a limited time, get up to 75% off name brand closeout mattresses. Plus, we're celebrating better sleep with free white glove delivery. Shop your local Ashley store today.
Start of the fourth quarter in this 3A championship game. Lincoln is leading Glenwood 47-34. We had the game, the 1A game earlier today. Oakville won that 1A game, and at halftime of that game, the 1A and 2A all-state team members, including Elena Krause of Oakville, were on. That's Lily Lakoviak from Illini Bluffs. They finished second in Class 2A. And then at halftime of this game, they brought the 3A and 4A All-State team members out onto the floor, including 2 members of the Loyola Ramblers, Paige Engels and Aubrey Galvin, who you will see in the 4A championship game coming up against Nazareth when we are done with this one.
Glenwood was 6 out of 10 in the third quarter. That's blistering hot. 17 points they put on the board to get back in this game.
Ava Bob, corner of the lane, can't get it to go. Got her own rebound, though. Bob trapped among 3 Lincoln defenders, got out of there. In the lane, quick pass out, turnover against Glenwood.
But that is the way to distort the zone. You saw McKenna Yeager come from the backside, flashing into the middle. Good catch in there. Little X&O by Alyssa Riley telling her team to distort that zone with a middle entry.
Froby drives, 3-pointer on the way. Jenna Bowman, she was red hot beyond the arc in the semifinal game. That's her first 3-pointer. In fact, that's her first bucket of this championship game.
First shot she took after being 5 out of 7 from the arc yesterday.
Lead is 16. 3-pointer from the hand of McKenna Yeager that wouldn't go. Here comes Froby up the floor. Froby got rid of her dribble and then got the basketball right back. Working on Carly Hawkins. Goes in, puts it up, didn't get the bucket, got fouled. It's number 3 on Hawkins. It is a shooting foul, so Froby is going to shoot 2.
Living at the line, Lincoln, they only had 2 buckets in the third quarter. You say, well, that's a problem. They scored 9 from the free throw line. Most of them by that young lady you're looking at right there, Chloe Froby.
She has now passed Morgan Tuck for the highest scoring career in the state finals. Chloe Froby now at 120. And make it 30. The next one on the list might take a little doing to break her own 3A single tourney record. She needs 7 more points. 6.5 to go. 3-pointer on the way by Law. That was blocked, and it was last touched by Ava Bob, and it goes right back to Lincoln.
Another thing Glenwood's doing with a purpose right now is trying to screen the zone a little bit. And they've gotten some good looks from the 3-point arc. That one deflected late, but that's the only way they will catch up in this basketball game is to knock down 3 or 4 triples in this quarter and create some steals and run outs off steals.
Hope Gilmore back in the game for Glenwood. This might be their last stand. Lincoln trying to finish off an undefeated season and win the state championship that they came 1 win short of getting last year. Knocked away on defense. Fine defensive play by Lehnen. Ava Bob up the floor, had it knocked away from behind by Pekka Heitzig. But Heitzig got a little bit of the body and gets called for the foul.
Yeah, you go back, Caitlin Lehnen was the one that started that run out with that defense. Got her left hand up in the passing lane. Really nice job, and then the run out draws the foul, and Glenwood got a chance to run their baseline out of bounds offense.
Glenwood starts moving a little bit quickly here. 6 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter. Newman, middle of the floor, tried to turn the corner, got cut off. Gilmore had some threes in the semis, misses that one. Rebound by Newman, goes back up with it and got the roll.
Good job sticking with the play by the freshman, who was able to gather that ball, squirt her shoulders like a pogo stick, right back up and score.
Newman with 15. Chloe Froby going for 30, couldn't hit. Somehow got her own rebound back and now has 30.
And how she got that ball up through traffic is just amazing. Her strength to play through contact, and there was contact. Lincoln's had steals really turned into offense here in this basketball game. 8 steals on the evening. And Froby is probably the best stuff of them all with her quick hands.
Tori Garrett's back in for Piper Whiteman. Yeager inbound. Newman goes up with it and couldn't hit it. And Heitzig went way up for the rebound, and they're going to call a held ball off of that. That is going to go to Lincoln. Normally, cross-country runners don't have great hops, but Heitzig got way up there to get that. Loose ball off of the inbound play as we come back to live action, and another held ball, and it's now going to go the other way to Glenwood.
Should see some screen-the-screener action here. They're looking for a jump shot on the strong side.
Caitlin Lannon. And the offense getting pushed out by the Lincoln defense. Gilmore goes down the lane. Nice move. Got that one to fall. The freshman gets her first field goal of the game. Froby sitting on 32 points right now.
Lincoln being patient. Anytime if Froby draws a double team, she just throw it back out to an open teammate. They're not going to take anything but a layup right now.
Right. They've probably got enough unless they start turning the ball over left and right. Froby down to the low post, goes in and knocks it in. 34 for Chloe Froby. By the way, the all-class record for points in a championship game is 39. On the baseline, missed by Yeager. Bob has the basketball and gets called for a travel, so it goes back to Lincoln.
When you talk about efficiency and impacting the game, Lincoln has 19 field goals, 19. And Chloe Froby has scored or assisted on 16 of those. So she can not only score, but she's a distributor as well. Anytime she has the basketball, she makes other people around her that much better. Great vision, great anticipation, finding her teammates.
Taylor Rohr decides to use a timeout with 4:07 to go here in the fourth quarter. So Lincoln at 36-0, trying to get 37-0. Or check that, they got 37 in the semis, so this would be number 38. They would tie Richwoods for the all-time number of wins in a season, and Loyola could do the very same thing if they can win the 4A title game coming up a little bit later on. So this Lincoln team, over the course of the last 2 years, they are putting all sorts of marks in the IHSA record book.
Yeah, quite a run it's been. It's not easy to repeat, but they've done just that. Getting back here, I should, repeat getting back here. They've done just that with an undefeated roll.
The last undefeated state champion team in girls basketball was Peoria Notre Dame back in 2013. So they're going to have to really get the printer out to print a new record book the way this is going.
Great basketball tradition in general at Lincoln High School, both women's and men's basketball.
Off of the press, Heitzig into the front court. We are now across the midway point of this fourth quarter. Heitzig working off the screen. Froby inside, makes a move, goes off that low block and puts it in. 36 for Chloe Froby.
And counting more than likely.
Hope Gilmore in the corner. Stuck a little bit, had to get a little bit of help. Got it from Lannon. Lannon trying to turn the corner, gave it off for Bob. 3:24 remaining in the fourth. Baseline drive, and Lannon pulls up and hits.
Good recognition on the baseline by Lannon, who averages 5 a game. And the 5'6" junior found a little bit of light on the baseline and took it to the right.
Froby into the corner. And now off the screen, Taryn Stolzenberg lost the handle on it for a moment. And now is probably going to have to reset things. And Stolzenberg gets fouled. And it is Ava Bob that picks up the foul. That is number 3 on Ava Bob. But the story of the game is Chloe Frobe. 36 points away, maybe 3 more records for her to grab before this one is over. But more important to her, a state championship seems to be within the grasp of the Lincoln Rail Splitters.
The IHSA Basketball State Finals are brought to you in part by Country Financial. Visit countryfinancial.com to see how they can help you protect and prepare for your future.
Would you look at that? I'm in the classroom again. But this time, I can apply these skills to make some money. Lots of money.
This is the run my own business dream. This is the colleges paid for dream. This is the retire early dream. This is Busey, where your dreams and possibilities become moments through trusted guidance and expertise, through lifelong relationships. Because we're here to help you achieve the life you've always envisioned.
Glenwood may be the Titans, but they have run into Goliath on the other side in the form of Chloe Frobe. 36 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds already. Another historic performance for her. She's close to claiming a state title for her Lincoln Rail Splitters. We'll see you coming up after this game to break down how she did it. Otherwise, for the rest of this contest, we'll send you back to Jim Blaney and Mark Linda.
Darius, thank you very much. And just a quick recap on what we have seen today here at SEFCU Arena. Oakville defends their 1A state title, beating Illini Bluffs. Peoria Notre Dame basically at the buzzer, a winner over Nashville. Lincoln trying to finish off an undefeated season and win their first ever girls 3A state championship. And then one more game coming up. Loyola wants to stay undefeated. Nazareth wants to win a second state title in a row. The score in this game was a 20-point margin at the end of the first quarter. Late in the third, Glenwood got it down to a 12-point margin, but that is as close as they have gotten since the end of the first, and we have 2:55 to go.
Yeah, for Glenwood, they had a couple of tough games coming in. They needed a steal and layup against Taylorville in the regional championship to move the win by 2, and then free throws late against Quincy Notre Dame. And both those scores came by McKenna Yeager, who had picked her team up in the regional final and sectional final to lead her team here to the state championship appearance.
Bowman inbounds. Here's Heitzig. Frobe is still in the game. Has a couple of more records she can grab, especially if she can get 4 more points. Frobe dribbling, drops it down the baseline. Shot was partially blocked, and the rebound by Newman. .228 to go. Newman gets it in the corner, and now Glenn working on swinging it around.
Well, they got to get some screening action to open up a 3-point shot.
And Yeager got bumped, and they'll go to the line for 2. Tori Garretts has the guilty look on her face. And it is on Garretts, and that will be number 4. So McKenna Yeager on the line, senior, and we've talked about what a leader she has been for this Glenwood team and making sure that a very young team understands what it is to be a varsity player, what is expected of you, and making sure that they don't get overwhelmed by the situation. And obviously, she's done a pretty good job of that as Glenwood has made it all the way to the state championship game.
Yeah, I mentioned, she had those big shots, the end of Steelan's bucket, the end of the Taylorville game, and then the sectional championship. 2 big free throws, and she kept her team around here tonight.
9 points for Yeager.
5 assists, which is just as impressive to me.
In the semifinal game, she had no points in the early going, but assisted on all the baskets. Heitzig off the screen. Frobe trying to get a little room and dribble, and instead will just kind of back out. Froby into the lane will turn around, and the time and making sure the game is won is more important right now than the records.
Impeccable decision-making by Froby.
And that will be a foul on Ava Bobb. That will be her fourth. Fourth team foul on Glenwood, so Froby does not go to the line here. Heitzig in the back. Oh, sorry, Mark.
Yeah, Alyssa Riley's thinking about doing some substitutions now.
Froby has it. We'll try and dribble off some time. 1:24 to go. Right now, it's Froby and Heitzig just handling the basketball. 1:13 to go. 1:13 to get to 38-0, and that foul will be on Roanne Law. And I take that back. That is team foul number 4.
Lincoln fans stand as one all the way. Halfway, it's halfway around this arena, both levels.
And the Glenwood fans on their feet as Alyssa Riley is going to get as many people as she can into the game. Lane Matthew comes into the game. Also coming onto the floor, Michaela Diamond and Greta Lopp.
Seniors for Glenwood making their last appearance, McKenna Yeager, Carly Hawkins.
Heitzig stops, passes to Stolzenberg. We're now under a minute to go. 1 minute until Lincoln goes 38-0 and wins their state championship, and now the bench is being emptied on the Lincoln side. Let's see if the officials just call a timeout here. .45 seconds to go. A full line change over there for Lincoln right now. They have 5 players at the scorer's table. 36 seconds to go. And not certain if Taylor Rohr called a timeout, if the officials did, but we get a timeout nonetheless. And the relief, you can see it for Lincoln. They came up 1 game short last year, losing to Nazareth in the 3A title game, but this year they're going to get the job done. They run the table. 38-0, and they will be the state champions. Five seniors on the roster. Taryn Stolzenberg, Becca Heitzig, Chloe Froby, Jenna Bowman, Tori Garretts. And that is basically the starting lineup for Lincoln.
You talk about happy tears. You just saw them on the Lincoln bench as reality has set in that they are going to be crowned an undefeated state champion.
When you get within 1 of winning it all, and many times the assumption is you're just going to get back there next year, it doesn't necessarily work out that way. Mia Clark gets a bucket in the state title game. You have to be focused all year long from the time you roll out the basketballs in October. And you can't have any mistakes. You can't have everybody get sick on the same night. 3-pointer knocked in by Michaela Diamond. It's not easy to do what Lincoln has done this year. And they have stayed focused, and they have stayed true to that one goal that they have had all year long, and that is get to this state title game and get to that one victory that they did not get 1 year ago.
They put 1 goal on their shirts all year long, and people might say, what's their goal this year? Well, they've known it all year since last March.
Sienna Adams on the line for Lincoln. That is a happy group of seniors right there, let me tell you. How gratifying, Mark, is it as a coach? You see kids accomplish the goal, that they finish what they set out to do.
Yeah, that's what gives you the most pleasure as a coach, to see the young student athletes have the success.
5 seconds to go. 1 more rush up the floor for Glenwood. And that'll do it. Lincoln finishes the year undefeated. 38-0, state 3A champions. it looks like a little bit of a sense of relief for Taylor Rohr as well. Because trust me, there's pressure on the players, Mark, but you're the coach, and you're the one responsible for orchestrating for them to get to that goal.
Well, you're expected to win this year, right? I mean, some teams, a Cinderella story, not so much. Lincoln was expected to, and they did. Taylor Rohr did a whale of a job steering the ship of the Lincoln Railers, and their first quarter was just magnificent, jumping out to a 26-6 lead with fast break points, with 10 straight makes at one point, with steals, with conversions. It was a clinic.
That is what euphoria for accomplishing a goal looks like. And let's go to Casey Standahar with Chloe Froby.
Jim, thanks, Chloe. When you listen to this crowd, I talked to your mom earlier, and she said, yeah, Chloe's breaking all these records, but what she really wants is that championship. Now that you have it, what does it mean to you?
It's just, I'm just getting flooded by emotions right now. This is what we've been dreaming of since we were little. This is what we worked all year. Ever since last year, we've worked towards this, and to be able to accomplish it is just a breath of fresh air. It's just the most amazing feeling in the world.
You avenged that loss from last year. Last year in this game, you put up 45. This year, 36. What is it about this stage that has you performing like this?
I think it's just the fans. I hear them screaming. I mean, the upper deck is packed. I mean, over here you can't really see it over here because they put them up there, but it's just so overwhelming. It's an amazing feeling.
I want you to go enjoy this one with your team. I'll talk with your coach now. Congratulations, Chloe. Coach Rohr, come on over. Congratulations on this win. I know it's been a long road. That last loss last year, you finally avenged that loss. What does this moment feel like for you?
It feels like everything that we worked for was worth it, and I just wanted this so bad for my kids. You know, I know how badly they hurt last year, and I'm glad they got to rush the floor this year.
Absolutely, and you lose a big group of seniors, a good group of seniors. What will you miss most about that group?
I'm going to miss the people they are. I'm going to miss having them around. They're good for a lot of laughs and a lot of fun times, good stories. They're good basketball players too, but who they are as people, there's nobody measures up.
Coach, congratulations. Thanks for the time. Jim?
Thank you very much, Casey, and it is time now for the medal awards ceremony. The first set of awards will go to the runners-up from Glenwood High School, claiming second place in Class 3A.
For the 2024 Girls Basketball State Final, presenting medallions and trophies are Illinois High School Association Board of Directors members, including Board Secretary Mike Castleman, Athletic Director at Olympia, Ron Lear, the Athletic Director at Plainfield North, Katie Caslett, Principal of Dunlap, Brad Gooding, the Principal at Hamilton, Katie Hassan of Taylor Ridge, Rock Ridge, and Tom Shergan, Principal of Chicago de La Salle. At this time, please meet the Class 3A second place Titans of Glenwood High School, who finished the season with a final record of 28 wins and 8 losses. First meet the superintendent, Dr. Becca Lehman. Assistant Superintendent Jen Farnsworth. Principal Ryan Green. Athletic Director Caitlin Moody. Trainer John Wizarek. Head Coach Alyssa Riley. Assistant Coach David Babcock. Assistant Coach Kirk Riley. Assistant Coach Andre Hawkins. Manager Carson Hankin. And your Titans, Ava Bob. McKenna Yeager. Reagan Luttrell. Caitlin Lehnan. Alexis Newman. Michaela Diamond. Rowan Law. Carly Hawking. Macy Martinowski. Hope Gilmore. Greta Locke. And Lane Matthews. At this time, please meet the Class 3A first place rail splitters of Lincoln High School, who finished the season with a final record of 38 wins and no losses. First meet the superintendent, Dwight Strickland. Principal, David Helm. Athletic Director, Neil Alexander. Trainer, Matt Weil. Head coach, Taylor Rohr. Assistant coach, Corey Farmer. Manager, Ryan Frugy. Manager, Destiny Harper. Manager, Maya Bowman. Manager, Tamari Presser. Scorer, Amanda Bowman. And your rail splitters, Terrence Stolzenberg. Lily Holmes. Grace Schneider. Becca Heitzig. Chloe Froby. Sienna Adams. Mason McLeod. Jocelyn Perkins. Gray Gilbert. Jenna Bowman. Piper Whiteman. Emma Hutchison. Tori Garrett. Mia Clark. And McKinley Knapp. Ladies and gentlemen, and now Coach Riley and the captain from Glenwood High School, please step forward to receive the 3A third place or second place trophy. And will Coach Rohr and the captains from Lincoln High School please step forward to receive the Class 3A first place trophy.
The Lincoln Rail Splitters celebrating a season of hard work that ends exactly where they imagined they would be. Undefeated state champions in Class 3A. Our player of the game is brought to you by Country Financial. Find out why over 1 million families let us protect their lives and livelihoods. Visit countryfinancial.com. Mark, who you got for player of the game. I'm just going to...
I think it might be number 5, Chloe Froby, 36 points up on the big board. She either scored or assisted on 17 of their 21 buckets. She got to the free throw line 34 times in the 2 games, and she is just fun to watch. She put on her own highlight play each and every time she touched the ball, makes everybody around her better, scored in a plethora of ways, and a plethora of opportunity shots she was able to knock down and able to celebrate with her teammates a state title and an undefeated one at that.
It is one thing to pile the points up at any point in the season, but when you do it when it matters most, it is most impressive. And the Lincoln Rail Splitters certainly understood the star player was, but a lot of contributions up and down that bench. For Casey Standahar and Mark Lindo, I'm Jim Blaney. Thank you so much for joining us. Congratulations to the Lincoln Rail Splitters. Back to the studio now, Darius Joshua and Lene Harper.
Thank you, Jim and Mark. A great job as always. Taylor Rohr said her team had 1 goal all season long. That goal has been accomplished. They are the 3A state champions. And Chloe Froby, of course, did everything she could to help them get there.
Well, there is no better feeling than being an undefeated state champion. Chloe had an amazing performance leading her team to a state title.
38-0 for them, 34-0 for you back in 2012 with Whitney Yelling. Now, this Lincoln team was a semifinalist, runner-up as well last season, a runner-up in volleyball with some of these basketball girls on this team, but yet these seniors get to go out with a championship once again. So Lincoln wins the 3A championship. We will break this one down a little bit more when we come back, and of course get you ready for that 4A championship when we come back on the IHSA TV network.
The IHSA Basketball State Finals are being brought to you in part by Menards. Save big money on all your home improvement needs. And by SIU Carbondale. Imagine the possibilities.
Hey, Howard. There are over 8 million drivers in the state of Illinois. With that many people on the road, accidents are bound to occur. I'm attorney Howard Ankin, and if you or someone you care about has been involved in an auto, rideshare, or trucking accident, I'm here to help.
He has your number in his phone.
Call my office for a free consultation at 312-6-million. I'm here when you need me. Injury law made personal, that's Ankin Law.
Attention high school students. If you're tired of hearing the same old college debt story, we've got an exciting alternative for you. Join the Mid-America Carpenters Union and let your career dreams take flight. You can earn great pay, enjoy no-cost health insurance, and secure a stable retirement, all with no college debt and an elite career that's here to stay. It's time to build your future your way. Ready to carve your path to success? Contact the Mid-America Carpenters Union today to learn how you can unleash your potential.
You ready?
Yeah. Don't they get paid? Well, sure we get paid. But would you like to get paid to get hit by a car?
Everybody get paid to do a certain job. I don't know why someone even say that.
We still would like to make it home in one piece as well.
We're just like any other person that is trying to do a job and is trying to get home safe to our families.
Welcome back to the IHSA TV network. Darius Joshua, Lene Harper here with you to take you through the 3A championship as Lincoln takes down Glenwood 60-44, 36 points from senior Chloe Froby in the contest.
She was amazing. She only missed 7 shots. She was getting to her spots, knocking down shots, getting rebounds, playing defense, and there's no better way to end your senior year.
She certainly put everything out there on the floor, helping her squad come away with their first state championship in girls basketball. Let's go to the highlights of this one to see just how it was done. Midway into this game here late in the first quarter, Chloe Froby with one of those assists, finding Becca Heidsick, 13 points for her in the contest. Froby then getting the ball on the defensive end and then takes it coast to coast. No one wants to step up. A little bit of contact as well. Doesn't matter. She scores that one 30-11 at that point. Second half action now. Glenwood would cut it down to as close as 12 several times. Alexis Newman, big part of that, 15 points, 8 boards for her. But it's hard to stop Chloe Froby. No one has really been able to do it throughout her high school career, and especially not this season. 36 points for her, 4 steals, 6 assists, 5 rebounds to go with it all. And her squad wins 60-44, their first state championship. Basketball, of course, runs through the Froby family. It runs through Lincoln as well. And this time, Chloe is able to bring them a state championship here, the first for the girls basketball program. Just how special has she been, not only in this tournament, but throughout her career?
Oh, man, she's been having an amazing 4 years, and this showed today. She's worked hard this entire season and did everything she needed to do to lead her team to a championship.
127 points in her tournament career, the most of anyone in the 4-class system. 63 points in this particular tournament, one shy of tying her own record that she set last year of 64 points. And as you see there, did it offensively, scoring her own points, defensively as well, and, of course, finding those teammates.
Well, honestly, I thought that she was going to get a triple-double. She was so close, but what a performance by Chloe Froby.
It seemed like she was going to be able to get to 40 again in a state tournament game as well. She had 45 last year, setting a record again for all classes. But as she said to herself, as her mom said to Casey, all those records really don't matter. She just wants to win, and that's what they got, coming away with a championship. Now for Glenwood, of course, this is the second time they played Lincoln, the first time they've gotten to this state championship. Still a special season for them, even though it does not end with the trophy that they wanted.
Well, kudos to the coach. She had a goal to just get to 500, make it to regionals, but they actually made it to the state final game, which is a great goal for that team.
Alyssa Riley in her first season, getting them to the final game in Class 3A, quite a feat. Lincoln, though, being the team that comes home with the top trophy, undefeated at 38-0, tying Richwoods for the most win in a single season. We will have much more on this game and, of course, the 4A action as Lincoln brings home the state championship trophy, all thanks to the special player in Chloe Froby. We'll be right back on the IHSA TV network.
IHSA, committed to keeping student-athletes safe. Through educational initiatives and national partnerships, we're going the distance to develop safer protocols for our teams. Plus, we continue to improve scheduling and conditioning to reduce injuries from preseason through each state championship. 31 sports, 350,000 student-athletes, and one goal, player safety. The IHSA, the future plays here.
Get an 11% rebate.